Catherine stood before her store's gold-framed mirror, carefully applying a shimmering highlighter to a client's cheekbones. Her hands moved with practiced precision, transforming the woman's features with each expert stroke. This was her element, making others feel beautiful while building her own dreams, one makeup application at a time. "You are amazing at this, Kat," the client gushed, admiring her reflection. "How do you manage to run such a successful business at your age?" "Thank you," she replied, carefully selecting a finishing powder. "I just follow my passion and trust the process." Since she was a teenager, Catherine always spoke of her dream of getting a master's in cosmetics, buying her own house with 2 cars, and getting married to her dream man before she was 35. At 28, she seemed to be successfully ticking all the boxes of all she wants from life. She was a master's degree holder and had set up a thriving cosmetics and makeup business. Yet, the dream wasn't complete. There was no self-owned house yet, no cars of her own, and most notably, no perfect love story. The bell above the door chimed as Alice and Becca arrived, their familiar voices carrying through the main studio area. Catherine's heart lifted at the sound. Being an only child, these 2 women had filled the role of sisters in her life since her university days. Alice, with her ever-present camera and artistic eye, had built a reputation as one of the city's premier photographers. Becca's interior design business had just landed a contract with a major hotel chain. They were more than friends. They were her support system, her truth tellers, her family. Before they could settle into their usual spots, the words tumbled out of her mouth. "You won't believe what Chike did," Catherine bloated, her hands trembling as she reached for her phone. "What did Mr. Wrong do this time?" "He broke up with me through a text message." Catherine thrust her phone forward, showing them the brief message that had shattered her morning calm. "After 8 months, all I get is, I think we should see other people. Take care." Wow. "I can't believe that our all-knowing Kat sucks at romantic relationships," Alice teased. "Kat, you should be grateful to God that Chike left you. That guy does not love you. I don't know why you couldn't see that he was only dating you because you loved him better than any sane lady will. He has probably found a lady he likes, that's why he left. A man who can't be part of your world isn't worth your time, please." Becca moved to embrace Catherine, her flowery perfume providing familiar comfort. "Don't worry, baby. We will not leave you," she promised as Alice joined their group hug. The breakup with Chike marked what Catherine declared would be a turning point. She threw herself into her work with renewed vigor. Yet, during quiet moments between clients, the void remained. She would catch herself staring at couples walking past her studio window. One afternoon, her friends stopped by for their regular catch-up session. "Kat," Alice said, "you're going too far with this your no relationship stuff. Oh. You of all people." "I'm serious this time," Catherine replied, sipping her juice. "I will patiently wait for my dream man. I'm not going to settle for less again. It don't do." "See, Kat, dream man na fallacy," Alice interjected. "You waiting for a dream man is like the patient dog that died of hunger because it was waiting for a bigger bone. Girl, life no be film. Every man has his flaws. Any perfect man you see, na fake." Faith, however, had other plans. One Saturday afternoon at the shopping mall, Catherine was juggling several shopping bags while trying to pay for her groceries when the cashier pointed to a man walking away. "That gentleman just cleared your bill, ma'am." Shocked, Catherine hurried after him. "Excuse me, sir." The man turned, and Catherine's heart skipped several beats. Tall, dark-skinned, and impeccably dressed in a tailored navy suit that screamed success. He looked like he had walked straight out of her dreams. His smile revealed perfect white teeth, and his eyes seemed to sparkle with charm. "I'm Joe," he said, his voice deep and smooth like aged whiskey. "I hope you don't mind my forward gesture. I couldn't help but notice you struggling with all those bags." That chance meeting marked the beginning of what Catherine believed was her fairy tale. Joe was everything she had dreamed of, a successful businessman with investments across West Africa, charming enough to make her friends jealous, and seemingly perfect in every way. When Williams, a quiet but consistent admirer who owned a tech company, asked her out during this period, she barely gave him a second thought. How could she, when Joe seemed to embody everything she had ever wanted? The first few months were magical. Joe surprised her with weekend getaways to exotic resorts, sent flowers to her studio every Monday, and seemed to anticipate her every need. But beneath the surface, cracks were forming. It started small. A harsh word when she spent too much time with her friends, a disapproving look when she wore certain outfits, all cleverly disguised as care and concern. "I just want what's best for you, baby," he would say after criticizing her choices. "You know I love you more than anyone else could." Underneath the perfection she saw in Joe was a monster, a manipulator, and evil itself. Catherine saw hell in his hands, but he had a way of making her comfortable in it. Once, he hit a bad deal in his business and lost all his money. He then got a business deal that made him drug Kat while rich guys slept with her. He would lie to her in the morning to cover up, gaslighting her most of the time. Amidst all this, he would always cover up with one romantic act to keep her from leaving him. She knew she was unhappy, but she felt that maybe that's what it's like to have your dream man. She hid all the evil Joe did to her from her friends because she felt they wouldn't understand. Despite all she did to hide it, her friends always told her that they did not like Joe. When they expressed concern, she defended him. "I saw him yell at you the other day," Becca confronted her once in the studio. "You were crying in your car afterwards." Catherine laughed it off. "It was just a little misunderstanding. He's under a lot of pressure with work, that's why," Alice added, putting down her camera. "Hope you're not hiding anything under this your perfect relationship with Joe." But Catherine was already too deep in Joe's web of manipulation. Even when Catherine found out about Joe drugging her and selling her body for sex, he pleaded and told her that true love makes people do crazy things, pleading with her to do it for him to help his finances until his business revives. She offered to provide and take care of him so they'll stop it, but he guilt-tripped her by saying that it is degrading and that he wanted to make his own money. "By trading my body?" she screamed. "It's our body, baby," he said, trying to cuddle her. "You're doing this for both of us. It will be over very soon and I will make you the happiest woman on earth." She believed him and kept waiting for that day. Months passed and Catherine's health deteriorated. She was either treating an infection or aborting a pregnancy. There were times she would be so tired, but Joe would still compel her to offer her sex services. Her once vibrant personality dimmed, her confidence shattered. Joe's promises of it being temporary kept her hoping, even as her body and spirit broke down. Joe's business finally came back up, but he was greedy to let go of the money he was making by selling Kat's body for sex, so he hid it from her. He gifted her a car one day, one of his tactics to keep her in his hold. When she asked him about the source of the money, he lied to her that the sex business was getting lucrative. Days later, he proposed to her with a massive diamond ring. She thought it was finally the end of her nightmare. She was so happy she said to her friends, "I told you, he's just the perfect man." But you won't believe me. Her friends, though suspicious of the sudden engagement, tried to be happy for her. But Catherine's body couldn't take it anymore. The beginning of the end came when her friends came to visit her one day to discuss her wedding, but she wasn't in the store where she usually sits in the afternoons. They asked her receptionist, who told them that she had been in her office since she came. They opened the door to see Kat on the floor. At the hospital, they were told she was almost dead as she fainted for a long time. The diagnosis was devastating. Her immune system had been severely compromised, and she had developed a rare form of blood poison coupled with organ damage from repeated exposure to harmful substances. While Catherine fought for her life in the hospital, Becca made the shocking discovery that shattered them: a wedding invitation in Catherine's mailbox of Joe's wedding to another woman, happening that day. When she was a bit stable and kept asking them of Joe, they were unable to continue with the lie and showed her the wedding pictures that were already uploaded online. An onlooker would say that Catherine ran mad, as she screamed loudly, her voice echoing throughout the hospital. Her friends tried to hold her down. She kept crying until she slept off. When she was finally awake, the shock of it all still affected her. She was silent like a deaf and dumb for days. When she finally spoke, revealing everything to her friends and parents, the horror of her ordeal left them speechless. "That guy was destroying your life, honey. Why could you not see it?" Alice through tears. The day Catherine was discharged, supported by her parents and friends, she saw a familiar face in the hospital parking lot. William stood there, holding a bouquet of fresh lilies, her favorite flowers. "I heard you were sick," he said simply, his eyes filled with genuine concern. Catherine might have lost her fairy tale, but perhaps she had found something more valuable.